Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video, where we'll be discussing 3 of the greatest mysteries ever known to humankind. In this video, we'll be delving into the history of humanity and the world, exploring some of the most intriguing and puzzling questions that have been plaguing us for centuries. So, without further ado, let's get started. Number 1. When did the first Australians arrive? Have you ever wondered when the first humans arrived in Australia? Well, the answer to that question lies within the Bradshaw rock art, also known as Guan Guan paintings. These paintings are believed to be one of the oldest forms of rock art in the world, and they provide some clues about the arrival of the first Australians. According to archaeologists, the Bradshaw rock art paintings date back to around 60,000 years ago, which is around the time when the first humans are believed to have arrived in Australia. This means that the Bradshaw rock art provides evidence of the earliest known human presence in Australia. Interestingly, the paintings depict humans with intricate clothing and accessories, suggesting that they were highly skilled and sophisticated. Mungo Man. The Mungo National Park in New South Wales, Australia, is home to one of the most important discoveries in human history, the Mungo Man. The Mungo Man was discovered in 1974, and his remains have been dated back to around 42,000 years ago. This means that the Mungo Man is one of the oldest known human remains in Australia, and his discovery has shed light on the arrival of the first Australians. The discovery of the Mungo Man has provided evidence that humans were living in Australia for tens of thousands of years, and that they were highly skilled at adapting to the harsh Australian environment. The Mungo Man's remains also show that he was buried with great care and ceremony, indicating that early humans in Australia had a rich cultural tradition. So next time you visit the Mungo National Park, remember that you're standing in the midst of one of the greatest mysteries of human history: the arrival of the first Australians, and the rich cultural tradition that they brought with them. Number 2. What caused Neanderthal man to become extinct? Neanderthals lived alongside modern humans for thousands of years, but eventually disappeared from the archaeological record. So what caused their decline and eventual extinction? There are several factors that contributed to the extinction of Neanderthal man. Firstly, climate change played a significant role in their demise. Neanderthals were adapted to living in cold, Ice Age environments, but as the climate warmed up, their habitats changed and they struggled to adapt. Secondly, competition with modern humans may have also played a role. As humans migrated out of Africa and into Europe, they came into contact with Neanderthals and likely competed for resources such as food and shelter. Humans also had technological advantages, such as better hunting tools and weapons, which may have given them an edge. Thirdly, genetic factors may have contributed to their decline. Recent genetic studies have suggested that Neanderthal populations were already quite small before they disappeared, which would have made them more vulnerable to environmental and social pressures. In summary, the extinction of Neanderthal man was likely due to a combination of factors including climate change, competition with modern humans, and genetic vulnerabilities. Although they are no longer with us, Neanderthals have left a lasting impact on our genetic heritage, with many people today carrying traces of Neanderthal DNA in their genomes. Number 3. Did the lost continent of Atlantis really exist? The idea of a lost civilization with advanced technology and a powerful empire has captivated people's imaginations for centuries. But did Atlantis actually exist? Plato, the ancient Greek philosopher, is the main source for the story of Atlantis. He wrote about Atlantis in 2 of his dialogues, Timaeus and Critias, which were written around 360 BCE. In Timaeus, Plato described Atlantis as a powerful and advanced civilization that existed around 9,000 years before his time. According to Plato, Atlantis was a prosperous and technologically advanced society with a powerful navy and a vast empire that extended to parts of Europe and Africa. In Critias, Plato provided more details about Atlantis, describing it as a utopian society with a highly organized government, sophisticated architecture, and advanced technologies. However, he also described the Atlanteans as becoming increasingly corrupt and arrogant, which ultimately led to their downfall. Plato's account of Atlantis has been the subject of much speculation and debate among historians, archaeologists, and enthusiasts. While some believe that Plato's account is based on real historical events, others consider it to be purely mythical or allegorical. Regardless, Plato's writings have had a lasting impact on popular culture and continue to fascinate people to this day. Despite the many theories and legends surrounding Atlantis, there is no concrete evidence that it actually existed. Many historians and archaeologists have searched for physical evidence of Atlantis, but so far, none have been found. Some have suggested that Atlantis may have been inspired by real ancient civilizations such as Minoan Crete or the lost city of Tartessos in Spain, which were both powerful maritime empires that flourished around the same time as Plato's description of Atlantis. Others have suggested that the story of Atlantis may be purely mythical, a cautionary tale created by Plato to warn against the dangers of hubris and the rise and fall of empires. In conclusion, while the idea of Atlantis has captured people's imaginations for centuries, there is no concrete evidence that it actually existed. The story of Atlantis may have been inspired by real ancient civilizations, or it may simply be a mythical cautionary tale. Until physical evidence is found, the mystery of Atlantis remains unsolved. So there you have it, 3 of the greatest mysteries ever known to humankind. From the origins of the first Australians to the extinction of Neanderthal man, and the myth of Atlantis, these mysteries continue to fascinate and intrigue us to this day. While we may never find definitive answers to these questions, we can continue to explore and uncover new clues and insights, gaining a greater understanding of our past and our place in the world. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.